Right then, people, we're back inside the building. Welcome back to Breakfast with Kovu here on Trickstar Radio. We're live inside the building with a very special guest, one I've been looking forward to doing for a long period of time. One of my favourite UK artists ever, realistically. Someone who's put some absolutely amazing tunes out there over the past few years, and I'm really, really excited to get into this one. Man like Liam Bailey is on the line, people. How are we doing?
Cheese! Yo! What's happening, people? Brian, make some noise.
There we go, man. There we go. What's happening, man? How are you, first of all? How are you this morning?
I'm good. You know what, bruv? I'm good. It's early morning vibes. I had to go for a little walk in the sunshine, pick up some things from the pharmacy. Had a quick couple chats on the way. You know how it is. Came back. Thought, shall I bill up yet? Nah, wait for a minute. I'll do the interview first. Get me?
Amazing, man. Amazing. Well, I'm looking forward to getting into this one, man. Obviously, as I've said, I've been a fan of yours for a long, long period of time. All the way back to When Will They Learn and that sort of period there.
Yeah.
So, it's an interesting one for me to get into. Obviously, you've been someone as an artist who has really kind of transcended a lot of different styles as a vocalist. Obviously, we've heard you kind of on one of the biggest electronic tunes to come out of the UK, realistically ever, in Blind Faith. We've heard you on a number of big D&B tunes over the years as well. How do you kind of find that process of transitioning musically?
Well, the reason, look, listen, I'll be real with you, yeah? The only reason I did the Chase the Status thing was because my label at the time was saying, oh, yeah, I think you should work with them, innit? Because they reached out. I'd never even heard of them, mate.
Oh, wow.
So they reached out, and then I was like, all right, I seen this mosh pit they did down at Warriors Festival, and I was like, all right, cool. Because I wasn't really playing with dance music like that, really. I liked drum and bass, but I wasn't really playing with it. Anyway, I seen that, so I was like, wow, these look like they can get it cracking. Sent me the rhythm, and then obviously the rest is what it is.
Entirely.
The history is it. And then obviously one of the most powerful things to happen to my musical career was meeting them, because obviously the song did well. And then the other drum and bass bits I've done is just literally like Dogger's my brethren, and he also is a sick guy. I went to his studio and I heard some bits, and I was like, oh. I said, you know what, put the mic on, man, put the mic on. It was one of them. It wasn't like, oh, you know, somebody's manager bailed me.
Yeah.
Because I get a lot of that. I get a lot of people that want to do features and that. But I only move with the people that I rate and that, like, it kind of mates with in a way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Shy Face is my brethren. I've done bits with it. Yeah, so it's all like that, bruv. But then when it comes to my music, it's always been different, me and the guitar. And I feel like over the last 10 years, I might have got that across a bit better by doing more of the guitar stuff, but I'm back on that now.
Definitely, man. I think that's something we've kind of seen, obviously, with your sort of style, and obviously with your sound being so almost transferable across different genres, and your sound being and your vocal tones working so well. I'm assuming it's almost quite easy for the path to get a little bit clouded from what you want to do on a solo level as well. Like, how do you find that? How are you trying to like balance that out in the future?
It's hard, bruv. I won't lie. Like these releases that I did this year, yeah. Like I got bruv. Have you heard the new tune I've done with Alex Perez?
I have, yes. It's on. It's actually on the listing for later on today.
It's sick, mate. Yeah. You know, there's just that the Dogger thing. I had to like. They're listed as me as featured, when really I feel like they're more kind of me and Alex, do you know what I mean?
Of course.
But that was all because of contract requirements and because, you know, different releases clashing and stuff like that. Sorry if I'm longing your answers out, bro.
No, not at all, man. I'm loving every second of this. I'm loving it.
I feel like for me, it is something that I've had to start thinking about professionally, how to kind of, you know, it's a bit like a 9-course meal or a 7-course meal. Which dish for what time? And I feel like the public, I know that they fuck with me, innit? So I just need to give them the thing they want at the right time. So we've done the drum and bass for a bit. I'm going to bang this album, which is sick.
Yeah.
And then, you know, probably in a couple of years' time or a year and a half, I'll do some more, because I can't help it. I love drum and bass. And also, I've been working with this guy called Eli Brown, who's sick as well. So...
Awesome, man. I mean, it sounds like with you, it sounds like there is so much kind of ready to kind of crack on. It feels like you've almost got like the kind of the pieces are in place to kind of go wherever you want to go. It's now just a case of kind of moving.
I think so. Like, look, I'm my own worst enemy and my own, like, what's the opposite to worst enemy? I don't know. They should work on that.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like, yes. Over the last 3 years, I've been doing a lot, because I was sat there, and you know what it's like when you're hungry. You just want to crack on, don't you?
Of course.
And you sat there and you're like, rah, rah, rah. So you'll even start cracking on with, you know, anything. So I did that, and then I got so much music done, so much coming out at the same time. I'm looking forward to giving it all space to breathe and letting this thing marinate. And then, yeah, the world's my oyster, hopefully, creatively, mate. I've got the bug again.
There we go.
Into it.
Do you know what?
I wasn't into the music industry for ages. I fucked it off. It was doing my head in. But now I'm back on it, mate, and I love it. It's good.
That's what we love to hear, man, and it's exciting to hear, as obviously as a fan, as much as anything, to hear that there are these plans working. And obviously, we've kind of briefly touched on the new album, which is on the way. What was the thing that kind of pushed you into that kind of album writing process? Again, as you said, you weren't really wanting to be that involved with the music industry and the way it was kind of working for you. So, what was the thing that kind of flipped the switch back into kind of album mode for you?
Working with Leon, the producer, because I've been waiting, like fuck me, mate. I forgot all my like phrases and that. We were like ships in the night for a while, and but you know, anyway, came to 2016. Now I just needed him to stop working with this guy Joe Fox, and then he after that album, I was straight in there. Just went straight to New York, got on a vibe, as we always get on a vibe, bro, because me and him made When Will They Learn together, and that was back in 2007, bro.
Yeah.
Right? That's deep, you know, 2007.
That's a long time.
Mate, and it didn't even come out till 2011, yeah? So that's how long we go back, bro. Like, I remember when he was only just starting to grow a moustache and that, you know what I mean? And like, so flipping... And same here, by the way. So, you know, where we got to now, I just felt like as soon as I got to his new studio and that and his vibe, I was just like, right, we're going to create more than we could have ever done 10 years ago right now. So that's where we were, and we did more. There's flutes, there's saxophones, keyboards, sick bass, bro. Still got the singer-songwriter vibe going off in there. Jeez,
amazing, man. You know what? And I think the thing of this is, I think Liam Bailey fans, I feel there's almost like a longevity with Liam Bailey fans, because whenever I speak to people and we kind of go and we discuss the music and your name pops up, it's always an interesting one, because they'll always kind of refer back to those kind of original kind of tunes from yourself that did drop, like the When Will They Learn, like Soon Come.
God, can I be real? Yeah. Can I be real? And I think people like to say that. Certain people say this to me sometimes. But, you know, it did go a bit AWOL. I went on the coffee table a minute. Released a couple of coffee table tunes. But, yeah, I'm back on the raw thing.
There we go. I love the term coffee table tunes, I've got to say. I'm a fan of that. I'm a big fan of that. Okay, cool. So kind of moving...
I did a couple, though, innit? You know, like with... Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, but I feel it's almost like I feel it's part of the process to an extent. Kind of when you are kind of moving into the bigger circles, when you are kind of working with the labels and stuff like that, it's almost like inevitable that a couple of these tunes are gonna materialize in some way, shape, or form. But the trick, I feel the trick, kind of long term, is to make sure that you do always end up back where you want it to be.
Yes, I agree.
There we go. Right. Well, kind of moving forward. Then we're going to jump into one of the new singles you sent over to me for today's track listing. This one goes by the name of Angel Dust. So talk to me about this tune and how it came together.
Yo, so this tune, yeah, I'm in the studio and I've got this ba-dum, dum, ba-dum, dum, and I'm like, rah. And then I'm thinking about ex-girlfriends and stuff, and like I'm thinking about my brethren's ex-girlfriends, and I was like, oh, I want to sing about you know, that bird that you got to watch out for that's going to break your heart. You know what I mean? I want to talk about that bird that knows she's hot. So I just freestyled anyway, and that was kind of a second. I think I did that in 2 takes.
Oh wow!
Vocal.
Like so.
Then,
I was going to say, with that, like, is that something you find yourself doing often? That looking at that more sort of freestyle approach?
Always freestyle, always a freestyle. Like, you'll find with me, if I sit and write it, I'll ruin it. So I'll freestyle, and then we'll listen back, and then I'll go and be like, all right, this is what I'm writing there, and then that's it, bang. And if it doesn't come that way, normally I can't. Brother, I wrote Blind Faith on Cat.
Wow. Wow.
I was mashed up, bro.
That's mental. That is crazy. That's the crazy. You know what? That might be the craziest bit of info I've ever been given on this show. That's absolutely amazing. Awesome stuff. Right then. Well, we're going to get into this one in just a second. This one goes by the name of Angel Dust. We're going to talk about this one and obviously talk about lockdown and obviously the future of your kind of sound and what's on the way for yourself in the near future. Before we get into that, though, I want to make sure we get these in nice and early because I seem to forget them all the time. What are the best social media tags for people to get hold of you on, and what's like the preferred platform?
Instagram, liambailey.music. Facebook, liambailey.music. liambaileymusic@gmail. All them things there.
There we go. Let's crack on with this one then, people. We're live on Trickstar Radio. Make sure you go and download that Trickstar Radio app. We're live via DAB and, of course, on CubCamTV as well. So let's keep it locked, people. Oh, yes.